Hola a todos! Welcome back to Confident Spanish. Today we're diving into the Spanish prepositions. Yes, prepositions are the little words that cause big headaches. But don't worry because I'm here to make it as fun and painless as possible. Why should you care about prepositions in Spanish? Well, unless you enjoy sounding like a caveman, you'll need them to string your thoughts together. Picture this. I go store. Not bad, but I go to the store sounds a bit more civilized, doesn't it? Prepositions are the glue holding your sentences together. Without them, everything falls apart faster than a cheap IKEA shelf. That's why in this lesson, you won't learn prepositions. You'll absorb them without even noticing. How? Just follow me on this. 1. I'll say a word or phrase in English and then tell you the meaning in Spanish. 2. After you hear the meaning in Spanish, repeat after me out loud. 3. If there's someone around and you feel a bit uncomfortable saying this out loud, get in a room. 4. I'll be doing small pauses so that you can respond. If you need more time, just pause the video. Ready? Let's do it. Here's how to say the word in Spanish. In. And here's how to say in the house, which means at home. En la casa. How do you say in the house? And here's how to say you are. Estás. How do you say it? Now, how do you say you are in the house? You're at home. Estás en la casa. Now, how would you ask where? ¿Dónde? How? How would you ask where are you? ¿Dónde estás? And how would you respond to that? I am. Do you know that? Estoy. So how do you say I'm at home? I'm in the house. Estoy en la casa. Great. Now, how about the office? Do you know how to say the office? La oficina. So how would you say in the office? En la oficina. How do you say I'm in the office? Estoy en la oficina. That's right. So how would you ask where are you? ¿Dónde estás? How would you respond to that? I'm at home. Estoy en la casa. That's right. So this is how the exercise will work. And eventually you'll be building more complex phrases. Let's go. Here's how to say to do in Spanish. Hacer. And here's how to say you do. Haces. Do you know how to say I do? Hago. So, how do you say what do you do? ¿Qué haces? Good. Now, how would you say weekend? Fin de semana. Great. Now, here's how to say this weekend. Este fin de semana. Cool. So how would you ask, what are you doing this weekend? Literally, what do you do this weekend? Great. ¿Qué haces este fin de semana? Perfect. Now, how do you say I'm going? Voy. How do you say you're going? Vas. So, here's how to say I'm going to the beach. Voy a la playa. A la playa. Perfect. But what about to the office? How do you say to the office? A la oficina. Perfect. Okay, so how would you say I'm going to the office. Voy a la oficina. And how about I'm going to the beach? Voy a la playa. Excellent. Now, do you know how to say with? Con. So how would you say with my friends? Con mis amigos. Great. So how would you say I'm going to the beach with my friends? Voy a la playa con mis amigos. Excellent. Now here's how to say I stay. Me quedo. Me quedo. And how would you say I stay at home? I stay in the house. Me quedo en la casa. Perfect. How do you say you stay? Te quedas. So how do you say you stay at home? Te quedas en la casa. Excellent. Okay, and here's how to ask why. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Here's how to say I have. Tengo. Tengo. Now, if you need to connect another verb next, you need to add que. I have that. Tengo que. For example, here's how to say I have to study. Tengo que estudiar. Tengo que estudiar. So, how would you respond? Because I have to study. Porque tengo que estudiar. And how would you say much or a lot? Mucho. So how would you say? Because I have to study a lot. Porque tengo que estudiar mucho. So how would you say I stay at home? Me quedo en la casa. And how would you say I stay at home because I have to study a lot? Me quedo en la casa porque tengo que estudiar mucho. Great. And you just built a very complex phrase. Now you know how to say to study. How do you say that? Estudiar. So how would you say you study? Estudias. So how would you ask, do you study a lot? Estudias mucho. Estudias mucho. And how would you respond? Yes, I study a lot. Sí, estudio mucho. Here's how to say from, until. Desde, hasta. Desde, hasta. For example, how would you say from morning until night? Desde la mañana hasta la noche. So how would you say I study from morning until night? Good. Estudio desde la mañana hasta la noche. Perfect. Do you remember how to ask, what do you do? Literally, what are you doing? ¿Qué haces? Perfect. And do you know how to say tonight? En la noche. Perfect. So, how would you ask, what are you doing tonight? ¿Qué haces en la noche? Perfect. How do you say, I'm going to the beach? Voy a la playa. Now, do you know how to say to have dinner? Here's how to say it. Cenar. Cenar. Great. So how do you say, I'm going to have dinner? Voy a cenar. Voy a cenar. Excellent. How do you say, I'm going to have dinner with my friends? Voy a cenar con mis amigos. And here's how to say family. Familia. So how do you say, I'm going to have dinner with my family? Voy a cenar con mi familia. Excellent. Now, try to say, I'm going to have dinner with my family tonight. Voy a cenar con mi familia en la noche. Great. Here's how to say at a restaurant. En un restaurante. So how do you say, I'm going to have dinner at a restaurant? Voy a cenar en un restaurante. Here's how to ask where. ¿Dónde? How would you ask, where are you? ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? So, how do you say you are? Estás. Now, how would you say it is? Está. You are? Estás. It is? Está. And I am? Estoy. Great. So you have the three of them. How would you ask, where is it? ¿Dónde está? Excellent. And here's how to say the restaurant. El restaurante. So how would you ask, where's the restaurant? ¿Dónde está el restaurante? Perfecto. Here's how to say downtown. Literally in the center. En el centro. En el centro. So how would you say at a restaurant? En un restaurante. Now try to say at a restaurant downtown. En un restaurante en el centro. Perfect. So, how would you say you're going? Vas. How do you say I'm going? Voy. So how would you ask, where are you going to have dinner? Where are you going to have dinner? ¿Dónde vas a cenar? ¿Dónde vas a cenar? How do you say at a restaurant downtown? En un restaurante en el centro. Great, guys. So now you know how to say the restaurant. El restaurante. Here's how to say this restaurant. Este restaurante. Este restaurante. So how would you ask, where is this restaurant? ¿Dónde está este restaurante? Here's how to say you know. Sabes. Sabes. And here's how to say I know. Sé. Sé. And how would you ask, do you know where this restaurant is? ¿Sabes dónde está este restaurante? As you see, we just put it together. ¿Sabes dónde está este restaurante? Say it again. Perfect. Here's how to say on the square. En la plaza. En la plaza. How would you say this restaurant is on the square? Este restaurante está en la plaza. Where is this restaurant? ¿Dónde está este restaurante? This restaurant is on the square. Este restaurante está en la plaza. Now here's how to say next to. Junto. Junto. How do you say the square? La plaza. So how would you say next to the square? Junto a la plaza. Junto a la plaza. How would you say this restaurant is next to the square? Este restaurante está junto a la plaza. How do you say to the office? A la oficina. And how do you say to the beach? A la playa. Now, here's how to say to the movies. Al cine. Al cine. And here's how to say you want. Quieres. And how do you say to go? Ir. How would you ask, do you want to go to the movies? ¿Quieres ir al cine? ¿Quieres ir al cine? How do you say to have dinner? Cenar. Here's how to say after. Después. But if you have something next to that, we would say después de. For example, after dinner. Después de cenar. Say it with me. Después de cenar. And here's how to say before. Antes. Antes. So how would you say before dinner? Antes de cenar. Perfect. So how would you ask? Do you want to go to the movies after dinner? ¿Quieres ir al cine después de cenar? How would you ask? Do you want to go to the movies before dinner? ¿Quieres ir al cine antes de cenar? Here's how to say I can. Puedo. Puedo. And here's how to say you can. Puedes. Puedes. Here's how to say I would like. Me gustaría. Me gustaría. Me gustaría. How would you say I would like to go? Me gustaría ir. Me gustaría ir. How would you say I would like to go, but I can't? Perfect. Me gustaría ir, pero no puedo. Now try to say I can't go to the movies. No puedo ir al cine. How do you say I can't go to the movies? Because I have to study. No puedo ir al cine porque tengo que estudiar. And how do you say to work? Trabajar. How do you say I have to work a lot? Tengo que trabajar mucho. Perfect. I can't go to the movies because I have to work a lot. No puedo ir al cine porque tengo que trabajar mucho. Do you remember how to say I would like? Me gustaría. And how would you say you would like? Te gustaría. Te gustaría. How would you ask? Would you like to go to the movies with me? ¿Te gustaría ir al cine conmigo? And how do you say with you? Contigo. So how would you say I can't go to the movies with you? No puedo ir al cine contigo. Because I have to work a lot. Porque tengo que trabajar mucho. Now, here's how to ask at what time. ¿A qué hora? ¿A qué hora? And here's how to say at 1 o'clock. A la una. A la una. Now, how would you say at 2 o'clock? A las dos. Las because it's more than one. How would you say at 5 o'clock? A las 5. How do you say morning? Mañana. And how do you say in the morning? En la mañana. Now, if we put together the time and the part of the day, this is what happens. At 5 in the morning becomes at 5 of the morning, meaning a las 5 de la mañana. So how do you say at 10 in the morning? A las 10 de la mañana. How do you say you're going? Vas. So how would you say you're going to the movies? Vas al cine. How would you ask, at what time are you going to the movies? ¿A qué hora vas al cine? And how would you respond at 10 in the morning? A las 10 de la mañana. Here's how to say so. Tan. Tan. And here's how to say early. Temprano. Temprano. How do you say so early? Tan temprano. And how would you ask, why so early? ¿Por qué tan temprano? How do you say a meeting? Una reunión. Una reunión. How do you say I have a meeting? Tengo una reunión. How would you respond? Because I have a meeting. Porque tengo una reunión. How do you say at 1 in the afternoon? A la 1 de la tarde. So how would you say, because I have a meeting at 1 in the afternoon? Porque tengo una reunión a la 1 de la tarde. How do you say after? Después. How would you say after the movies? Después del cine. Después del cine. How do you say I have a meeting after the movies? Tengo una reunión después del cine. How would you ask, why so early? ¿Por qué tan temprano? And here's how to say late. Tarde. Tarde. How would you ask, why so late? ¿Por qué tan tarde? Do you remember how to say weekend? Fin de semana. Fin de semana. Now, here's how to say next. El próximo. How would you say next weekend? El próximo fin de semana. Now, how would you say you're going to do? You're going to do. Vas a hacer. Vas a hacer. How would you ask, what are you going to do? ¿Qué vas a hacer? What are you going to do? So, how would you ask, what are you going to do next weekend? ¿Qué vas a hacer el próximo fin de semana? How do you say, I'm going to the beach with my friends? Voy a la playa con mis amigos. And before we go to the next exercise, let's do some Unacademy app exercises because I need to complete my streak. Let's do the introducing yourself lesson. The simplest way to introduce yourself is through the phrase yo soy, which means I am. Yo soy Rafael. I'm Rafael. Complete the sentence. I am Julia. Yo soy Julia. Did you know? Yo soy is a versatile phrase. You can use it to convey identity, characteristics, professions, or nationality. Mujer. In Spanish, mujer is used to refer to a woman. The plural form of mujer is mujeres, which indicates women. What's in the image? Mujer. Complete the sentence. I'm a woman. Yo soy mujer. Match the following. niño, kid, mujer, woman. Translate to English. Yo soy mujer. I'm a woman. Drag the images into correct buckets. Mujer, the first one. Pasaporte, passport. Niño, kid. Did you notice? I'm a woman translates to yo soy mujer in Spanish, as the article a isn't always literally translated. We will learn more about this later. Translate to Spanish. I'm a girl. Yo soy chica. And that's it, guys. I completed my strike. Thank you for your help. And now let's continue with the next exercise. I'm sure you're going to love doing it. The next exercise is conversation practice. So I'm going to say the red line and you're gonna say the green line. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias. ¿Qué vas a hacer el fin de semana? ¿Puedo ir contigo? Sí, bueno, también tengo que estudiar mucho. Pero podemos hacer algo el próximo fin de semana. ¿Te gustaría? Genial, lo voy a anotar en mi agenda. ¿Qué tipo de películas te gustan? ¿Y puedes ir al cine después del trabajo? Genial, después del trabajo es bueno para mí también. Podemos vernos en el cine a las 7. Ok, nos vemos a las 8 entonces. Escríbeme por cualquier cosa. Bien, nos vemos. Cuídate. Great job, guys. How do you do? Remember that practice makes perfect, so do this lesson again if you need to. Don't forget to download the On Academy app to never miss your Spanish lesson of the day. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Confident Spanish, and I'll see you in the next video. Nos vemos!